crazy hard to make work right, but Captain L could be the one to potentially do it.
And something that I'd like to point out as well is Captain L is one of the few currently existing box Sheiks. He plays on a hitbox controller, and I wonder if that is going to be a pretty big factor on, you know, consistency of movement, consistency of execution. Regardless, though, we are going to be getting into game number 1 on Battlefield, which is an interesting starter to be sure, but both players are going to be looking for those platform extensions on their combos. Goblin starts out with a couple fast fall fairs, but not much else.
It's going to be a battle of aggression. We know both these players like to get up in each other's faces. I think the offstage game is probably going to be won by Captain L, but as long as Goblin is on stage, I feel like Captain L is going to need to be very careful about where they place themselves, particularly at these middling to high percents, because any one of these strong hitboxes can be a devastating factor. And last, we're seeing a lot of the Blazer come out from Goblin right now.
Yeah, Goblin's trying to make really good use of that up B out of shield to put pressure and also serve as a defensive option on Captain L. It hasn't really found its hit yet, but it has interrupted the neutral and forced Captain L to kind of reconsider his approaches. So it's still serving its purpose from Goblin, but he needs a little bit more to close out this stock. 107%, a back air will probably do it from the right position, but one good combo from Captain L will even this all up. Tries to extend it a little bit further with the needles, but doesn't quite manage.
I'm loving the usage of the B reverses here last two, and the drift back on the bouncing fish. The movement here is keeping Captain L from losing their stock. It's not allowing Goblin to get any of those strong hits they want to. The Blazer's not going to kill, but it is going to put Captain L at 143%. Goblin, big chill in that 70.
After off stage, Captain L pulls the trigger early on both the jump and the bouncing fish, but Goblin's more than content to just hold down stage position, not going to try and challenge that Sheik off stage for very, very good reason. Now he gets his feet back underneath him, but he still hasn't been able to regain the stage.
Right, coming down kind of hard and heavy with that neutral B. And there's going to call him out, but it's not going to kill. It's sent the wrong direction to the long end of the stage. Needles get back on. Goblin has to burn their jump to escape that. Captain L trying to snake him with that movement. Going for down tilt, probably opting for a starter. There's the grab, up throw, will kill.
Battlefield definitely serving its purpose there, allowing Goblin to close out that stock without much ado. But at 113 himself, we've got two factors coming into play. One, Sheik will be able to start finding some of those confirms off of bouncing fish to take a kill soon, but Goblin also has full rage building, and a Roy with full rage is always something to be feared.
Yeah, especially as a comeback factor when a Roy is down, but right now Goblin's up, and man, they still get the same benefits from that rage. We're looking to see what they can do to keep Captain L off stage. Captain L struggling to make the way back to the center. I love this usage of dash dancing from Goblin on the ground, trying to mix up where he's going to be at all times to make those needles a little bit harder to hit last.
Great air dodge to avoid the back air, but he's not out of the woods yet. Captain L trying to make this edge guard happen, but Goblin actually gets up and gets the final hit of that double edge dance. Captain L, though, with a very, very well-placed up B to finally take out the stock. 65% the worse for wear, though. He's got to be very careful how he approaches Roy in the coming minutes.
Again, there's that trickery coming out from Captain L. It's the big thing to look for in this match. It's the big thing that's keeping Captain L competitive, but again, sometimes brute force is the way through. Goblin emphasizing that with that side B to take the stock.
Yeah, that double edge dance, especially in the sweet spot, does not take any prisoners, and Captain L learning that the hard way. Now getting damage racked up is Goblin with this platform extension on the up air chain. 73% built up. Captain L needs to make something happen soon, or he's not going to be surviving much longer. But ladies and gentlemen, I do want to point out, we are in top 128, and because the tournament organizers here at Let's Make Big Moves are so amazing, it's full best of 5. So there's a lot of space to make adaptations, and Captain L is already starting to make those changes.
Yeah, dude, all these sets are going to be longer. I know the top players here love it. I love it too. I love seeing these long sets. I love seeing all the adaptations that can potentially happen. And Captain L might be needing some of those as game 1 goes to Goblin with a 2-stock, an emphatic one at that.
Yeah, that was a really, really well-placed turnaround up air. The back hit kind of caught Captain L off guard. He wasn't really ready for the timing mix-up because it is a little bit different in terms of timing. You'll see it again here in just a second. As Captain L tries to land, Goblin does turnaround, full hop, double jump up air, and Captain L wasn't ready. He tried to air dodge a little bit too late, and as a result, he's going to lose his stock off the top. So very well played from Goblin. A strong 2-stock at that. He's going to be going into the rest of the set with a lot of confidence, and it looks like Final Destination is going to be our pick for that.
That's interesting, man. I mean, I feel like she can get a lot off of this. I feel like the platformers were starting to grill Captain L in the long run a little bit. Goblin moves around them so well, but we know Goblin for one thing, and it's that ground game, that aggression. And Captain L taking him to FD is it might be giving Goblin a little bit more room to run around on the ground, but there's no platforms to escape from, so they are at the mercy of the aerial attacks from Captain L once they get into that upper echelon with those needles.
Right, that's the big thing, is that Captain L is going to be constantly trying to frame trap Goblin. With no platforms available to mix up his landings, to mix up his recoveries, he's going to be in a much worse position defensively, but there is always the possibility of, like you were mentioning, just compensating for lack of defense with raw offense, and Roy does that unlike any other character.
Exactly, that's why he's such a potent meta threat. Captain L there fighting for Canada and for the Sheik main around the world. And they are winning right now, but the problem is going to be taking that first stock when the time comes without sustaining too much damage, or hell, even losing a stock on their own right.
Oh, that's going to be the jab back air. It's not quite enough to take out the stock, but Captain L will need to regain the stage, and Goblin has shown himself that once he has that stage control, it's very, very difficult for Captain L to find it again. Catches that jump with the back air, but still right back up onto the ledge. 99 to 94. One of these characters is going to be losing a stock soon.
Both of these guys vying for a kill, looking for their confirms or setups. Goblin not really needing to look too hard, as Roy has kill power up the wazoo. But Captain L needs a very specific setup in order to get their stock. But the first blood is going to be drawn by Goblin with that forward air. A little bit of rage to aid that one. And the lightweight of Sheik definitely not helping Captain L that much.
Finds it now. Captain L needs to take this stock out before the extra credit gets to be too much. And Goblin actually gets a little bit too greedy, going for the up B extension, expecting that he'll be able to drift back to stage, and is unable to do so. So that evens up the stock count, but he's showing no signs of slowing down anytime soon as he gets right back into the fray.
The scary part about this, you know, again, yeah, it's an FC, whatever. But Goblin is thinking really hard about how to control and contain their aggression. And that up B might have been a brazen attempt to put a little extra damage on, but long run, if we see Goblin swinging that hard today, it could be a big X factor going forward. Maybe with, like, I don't know, a smash attack, a neutral B, anything like that, or just a raw side B, take that stock.
Yeah, the double edge dance does it yet again, and I really actually want to point out how much Goblin has been doing these unconventional throw combos to try and catch Captain L DIing the wrong direction. He's going for a lot of mix-ups, and some of them have actually been serving very well as he finds this combo. One of them, for example, is he keeps doing that F-throw turnaround RAR bear, and that's actually been very, very scary for Captain L, because if he gets caught by that, he's in an awful position to recover.
He's forcing the pressure by making sure that Captain L does not ever think they can be lazy at any given moment of the match. And sometimes you might catch Captain L doing too much, and they'll jump into some of your options that they really shouldn't. But, well, you know, Captain L is as base and as technical as they come. I mean, obviously using a hitbox is no small feat in its own right. There is a kill confirm with that bouncing fish, the first of the set last.
Yeah, we haven't actually seen it too much yet, but that bouncing fish confirm, it's always got to be at the back of your mind. Another thing here is that Goblin's not necessarily safe right now. Sheik has a very strong set of tools to edgeguard a character with, especially a character like Roy. So if Goblin's not careful when he finds himself deep off stage, Captain L could definitely make his life a living hell by taking this game. Jab, back air, no follow-up.
Yeah, that kill confirm founded in the state of Arizona by a player named Ronald. Goblin looking to use it there, but just barely going to avoid it. Sheik being maybe a little too light for the sour spot to actually confirm into it. And at the high percent, it's not going to help very much. Forward air to clear the way for Goblin. He is vying for a ledge trapping option here, looking for a bunch of options, trying to catch Captain L off guard. Captain L has to retreat back to ledge.
I love that mix-up, though, using the up B to get right back up onto the ledge and then catching Goblin, going aggressive with the back air. Now he has Goblin over by the ledge, keeping him juggled, gets the drag down bear, or drag down the up air, and forces out the air dodge, catches Goblin air dodging early, trying to get back to stage, and that is going to be the game stolen by Captain L. Watch this again.
Yeah, there's the trickery I was talking about there from Captain L. You know, when they get in a hot and heavy headspace, they are able to put that pressure on like nobody's business. Sheik obviously has the mobility and the trickery to do stuff like that. Look at that drag down. And Goblin thought right here that he was out of hit stun early enough to go grab the ledge with that air dodge, as you can see last. He was just a little bit too far away. And man, that is going to be a killer there, because Goblin had that game pretty much gift wrapped up until the very end.
And I love that Captain L never actually stopped putting pressure on Goblin at the end. You even saw it like when Goblin was guaranteed to be dead, he still threw out that up tilt just in case Goblin's angle was correct to get back to stage. Though now it's Goblin's counter pick. We're on to Smashville, a much smaller stage, plus the platform gives Captain L much less room to work with, so this could be potentially dangerous. He won that last game by the skin of his teeth, and Goblin isn't going to give him too much more extra credit.
I was talking about how it might be to Goblin's benefit to keep making Captain L do all these extra motions with these mix-ups, keep him afraid. The thing is, if they think they need to, they are going to go the extra mile. And stuff like that kill confirm that we just saw, or that drag down as well, is pretty much in Captain L's wheelhouse.
Can't tech out there. Goblin is going to run up and destroy you with that double-edge dance. A lot of situations with Roy are kind of damned if you do, damned if you don't, because if you tech roll in, he can go for that dash back F smash. If you tech roll out, he can go for that double-edge dance with the sweet spot. Either way, you're probably going to lose your life a couple of times to it, and Goblin is no different.
When you're playing against Roy, hit your techs, kids. That's your tip of the day. Captain L's going to need to be keeping that one in mind later on, though. But Goblin getting a tumultuous early lead, nearly evening up the percentages, but with an extra stock.
Tries to go for the double-edge dance again, but Captain L keeps his spacing. Both of them dancing around each other. The jab comes through. Now stage control is his. He's going to be trying to take out this stock and does find the fair bouncing fish.
That kill confirm is so devastating because, hey, bouncing fish is a strong option in general. Good burst option. Covers a high arc.
Well, speaking of good burst options, you've got jab.
I mean, kill confirms up the wazoo in this entire matchup, but that forward air is so good because to confirm into it, you need to push your opponent off stage, and you have the mobility to catch him out there too. So you are shortening the distance to the blast zone in order to get an earlier stock blast.
Now using that up B to get onto the platform, Captain L maybe trying to catch Goblin jumping in, throws out that up smash just to cover space. Not really detrimental to him, and the potential reward is there. But a full stock down rather, and another up B comes out. Captain L has a lot of mileage to make up here on Smashville.
The Blazers have been another consistent thing that Goblin's been throwing out this match. I know on the ground against Sheik, you definitely need one of those stronger options, maybe with some super armor like that Blazer, in order to get some confirmed damage and get out of those scary combos. I've been liking how much they've been going for it, but if Captain L starts mixing up their movement and baiting it out, they could be getting a lot of potential punishes in the future.
We have already seen the one SD with the up B. We might see another one as this set progresses. Goblin playing very carefully around Captain L's options here, sticking to his defense, waiting for Captain L to overcommit, but so far, he hasn't been able to get that critical hit to close this game out. Get up attack back up onto the stage, and an interesting try with the jump. That's going to be the double drag down into the up smash, the raindrop, to take out the stock.
I haven't seen anybody but Boyd hit that yet, but man, I am happy to see Goblin do it, but too little, too late. Goblin goes up 2-1 in the set, vying for a potential option to get forward into winners quarterfinals of the pool here last.
And we already see straight off the bat, Goblin has banned out PS2, Small Battlefield, and FD. Definitely does not want a repeat of game number 2 against Captain L. And yeah, let's just take another look right here. Raindrop takes him down, but at the end of the day, it didn't really matter too much because Goblin came straight off the Angel platform and went back to swinging, catches Captain L trying to mix up his movement, jumps back up on, and then jumps off ledge. Goblin's ready for it, and down you go.
Really good pressure. I mean, at that situation, Captain L had to go back to ledge. They were caught off stage with no options just because they were trying to burn out those iframes last, and that's what Goblin does. That's what he does best. So good at going up in your face and making you make those costly mistakes in those pivotal situations where you can win or lose a match. Going to game 4.
We are going right back to Battlefield as well, the stage where it all began. This is where Goblin had a pretty strong 2-stock against Captain L in game number 1. He's done a lot of adaptation since then, and we see a pretty strong start already off the bat. The drag down into the F-tilt rather, but Goblin's ready to get out of that.
Combo breaker with that falling up there. Amazing play there. It's a big wide arcing hitbox. Actually, we saw it end up in a kill on game 1 on this very stage. There's so much potential there with a sweet spot for kills and damage, but an unfortunate SD.
He died to jab F smash at 30%.
Oof. And it's not even like he was off stage with options. He just forgot to go for his needle cancel. But man, Goblin vying for a kill already with that down air.
Does get the up tilt, or the F tilt rather, into the dash attack, but Goblin does tech properly to get away from it.
Yeah, I'm loving the pressure that Captain L's applying anyway. Despite the fact that he might be down in the set count and in stock count today.
Oh, no.
Oh, no!
Oh,
He got
no!
He can't make that back!
That's so unfortunate for Captain L. He did everything right except for the very end, and when the bouncing fish missed out, Goblin was ready to take that opportunity.
That's a complete unfortunate reversal of fortune there for Captain L. They had a kill confirm there with those needles last, and then they get footstool. Goblin was dead, I think, with or without the kill confirm, but then the footstool comes out, they get an extra jump, you lose yours, and now you're at 1 stock to 2.
Goblin is still going to lose that stock thanks to the up B from Captain L, but like you said, this is a pretty wide gulch between these two players. Captain L has so much to do and so little to do it with, all things considered, especially with how aggressive Goblin's been throughout this set. Looks for the up air, finds it. Now Captain L trying to come back down to the stage with the dare, does manage to get his feet underneath him, but there's another up B.
Yeah, definitely not unwinnable here for Captain L, though. They just need to play ridiculously safe, especially at these high percents. But if they get Goblin off stage, it can potentially go for an edge guard or maybe, hell, even another one of those fancy-dancy drag downs. Ooh. But Goblin's going for some schmicks of his own. Jab into up smash was the attempt there last. What do you think of that?
He was trying to catch Captain L holding in that situation, maybe trying to avoid jab up air, because on Battlefield, jab up air would have killed in that situation. But not going to be able to find it, and now we're right back to neutral. And like you said, Captain L has to play very carefully. He knows it. He's playing super defensively. Manages to get the air dodge past Goblin's attack there. But the up air connects instead of, and it's the wrong player's up air rather.
Oh, and there's the nair. That's gonna not do it. Really good DI for Captain L, possibly aided by that stick box, but there's the neutral B. 2 framing at the ledge. Not gonna be able to be avoided by that up B, and that's gonna be Goblin. 3-1 over Captain L. East Coast beating the West Coast for the first time today.
Very well played overall from Goblin, and I would like to point out the game that he lost as a result of 2 separate SDs. The air dodge past the ledge after Captain L got the drag down, and the missed up B. So in that situation, Goblin dominated that game. He played that so well overall, and Captain L just couldn't really keep up.
Yeah, every single match that was won by Goblin, apart from game 3, was by...
Oh my gosh!
Look, wait!
He was frames away. Look at this.
Look how short that distance was last. Zoom in on that.
There's like less than an inch there.
How did he avoid that, dude?
Crazy. I think Goblin might have been able to fast fall in time out of the needles.
I mean, I didn't see a spark come out.
Right there.
Look at that. If we go frame by frame to see that, man, every single other time that looks true. It barely glanced off of his K blast.
Everything after that, too, was all downhill for Captain L. He had the unfortunate SD with the needle cancel for the first stock, but he still had the potential to bring that back. Goblin was at kill percent, and then he got caught by that footstool and died super early off stage yet again, and it was all downhill from there.
Yeah, again, Goblin by 2 stocks, victories, games 4 and game number 1, and only lost on their last stock on game number 3, but it was a JV2.
Yep. Regardless, though, that is going to be Goblin moving on. Captain L still has another shot at it in loser's bracket. We'll probably be seeing more from them later. We do have some more amazing Smash Brothers action coming up soon, but before that, we do have to give a quick shout out to our